Just over a month ago, I named Smash Drums one of my top 3 rhythm games on the Quest, excluding Beat Saber. That was when the game was only in demo mode, but now it's in its full release. Is it still worthy to be on that list? Short answer, yes. But wait, don't click off this video just yet, because there are a few problems and potential frustrations that could prevent you from buying the game, so stay tuned. In a genre flooded with electronic music, Smash Drums is the first game on Quest that's all about indie and rock music. There's a plethora of songs to choose from, and they contain enough variety in the BPM to keep you going for hours on end. You know, when I first started playing Beat Saber, I got completely addicted to it. Every night before bed, I would jump into a game mode just to get 1, maybe 2 more songs in just before bed. Since I've got my hands on Smash Drums, that addiction has come back. Every night I'm like, just one more song, just one more. And then I realize I've been playing for well over an hour. I think that's a real testament of how fun the game is. Yes, it's not the most polished, it's not the most prettiest to look at, but at its core, the drum mapping is well done enough for you to want more to chase those high scores. Oh, and they've totally nailed the feedback of the vibration when you hit the drums, when you hit the cymbals, when you try and clap the sticks together. I don't know how they've done it, but you can completely distinguish with the feedback between the different instruments. And it's absolutely essential to making this gameplay so successful. Each song has a range of different difficulty levels, a custom drum kit, and a few different environments. I think they must have cranked the difficulty level up since I played the demo. Because before, I could do the normal, I could do the hard, in fact, I could even get to expert mode on some of the songs. However, I now find the normal mode challenging enough. You have to be fast, be in tune with the rhythm, and ultimately, it could put off a few people. I personally didn't find it an issue, I took it as more of a challenge to get good at the game. However, I would advise not to skip easy mode. Although now I know why Taylor Hawkins from the Foo Fighters always has those crazy faces every time he plays drums. As you can see here, I pretty much do the exact same. So don't be afraid to unleash your inner Taylor Hawkins. Just like other rhythm games, there's a ton of customizability options in the game. For example, you can remove flying objects, add force feedback to the drums. Yep, force feedback. Let me show you how this works because it's a great feature of the game. They teach you this in the initial tutorials. With force feedback on, some drums require you to lightly tap them, where others require an outright smash. This is off by default, but I would have preferred it if they made the game easier and threw you into this mode. Because I would say this is the best and most realistic way to play the game, although it is a little bit challenging. So overall, the gameplay is great, it's super fun to play, however, it's not all rock and roll. Let's start off with the environments. I like the idea of having the arenas smash apart as you rack up your combos through the level. However, when you're playing, you're so focused on the drums coming at you that you completely ignore what's happening around you until you finish the level. It's a shame because you can tell that the developers have put a lot of time and effort in how the environments react to your drum. Also, the environments are very dark, and after you've played a few hours in it, you'd welcome the occasional light mode or something completely different like a concert setting. My other concern is the overall polish of the game. Yes, this is relatively low budget compared to something like Pistol Whip and definitely something like Beat Saber. But it would have been nice to see sharper drum kit models, especially how there is a large customizability menu when you can change the look of your drum kit. But alas, I am no developer, so maybe this was the best that they could do for a Quest system. There is one more improvement that they can make, which I think is probably the most biggest of them all, and that's the menu system. Now don't get me wrong, I love the unique take on it. In fact, if you've watched most of my game reviews, I'm all for unique game hubs that thrive because of VR. However, this one can be a little cumbersome and frustrating. For example, when changing the settings, you have to hit a drum to bring up the drum menus, and then hit a drum again to toggle the options, etc, etc. There's just a lot of menus to go through. They could have just made the drums a feature for the overall menu, and then gone to a more generic menu for options like settings, which has a plethora of different options to choose from. Oh, and one final note, it would be nice if they had quick access to a practice mode. Just before you jump into a game, I should be able to select ranked or practice, and then set a 50% or a 75% BPM. I know you can mess around in the settings to adjust the difficulty, but quick access would be welcome. Overall, I'd give this game probably a 7 out of 10. It's super fun to play, I'm addicted to it, like I keep going back for more. However, it is lacking a little bit of polish, and the cumbersome and frustrating menu system could be a detractor for some. However, it has tons of potential, and I still see it as one of the top 3 best rhythm games on the Quest. I think a few more updates and it can definitely hit an 8 out of 10. And I think if you're into this music genre, you like indie rock, or you just fancy a little change from the electronic music from Synth Riders, Beat Saber, Pistol Whip, then I would still 100% recommend this title. Or at least try the App Lab demo, because there is 3 songs available to you from that. And that is all, folks. If you like what you see, hit that like button, and if you want to see more videos about all things Oculus, hit that subscribe button as well. I've been Dan, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Hit 'em out!